Shout out to I need to, because I practiced this a couple times.
Practice it how?
I was in the mirror like this and trying to.
I bet that's exactly what happened every time. Every time.
What's up, Internet World? We're the News 19 Nerds. I'm Lauren.
I'm Michael.
I'm Leroy.
Is this weird starting in the middle here?
No, I like it. Take charge.
Yeah, like but if she says Lauren, you're supposed to say Michael, then it just comes back. It's kind of like a clock. So if I start, then it doesn't jump from me to you, then to her.
But if that was the case when I did the last one, you should have done the other one. But it went down that way.
So I thought she started the last one.
No, I started the last one.
I wasn't paying attention.
And it went like this.
Yeah.
Oh.
And today I'm like,
Really
from
wasn't
the
paying that
middle.
much attention.
Popping like
Middle out.
rerunning. Yeah. All right.
Why are we here?
Game of
Game
Thrones.
of Thrones and the disappointment that we have.
Whoa. So, first of all,
I was trolling. I'm not disappointed.
Okay.
Actually, right now, I'm ambivalent on where this season is going. Like overall, it's okay, but it ain't where I want.
So let's start. So we're gonna combine episode 3 and 4 in this one.
Yeah.
Why do you say? So let's start with why do you feel that way? You don't understand where the season is going.
I didn't say I don't understand. I said I don't like.
Oh, I thought you said you did.
No, I understand.
Oh.
I understand what's happening.
Okay.
It's happening too fast.
Really?
Yeah, because we've gotten used to 10-episode seasons where stuff happens slowly, it builds. Stuff is happening fast now, and I get it because you're moving towards a final destination point, but stuff is happening so much faster, the pace just seems off to me. I don't like that.
Well,
I know what you mean.
let's go. Well, let's kind of talk about that because you didn't like the pacing of the first episode of this season. You felt like more stuff should have happened.
Yeah.
So.
Well, because you have 6 episodes, you're thinking, okay, you're going to come out guns blazing, but instead you're warming us up for 2 episodes.
I feel like the payoff for season 1 happened in season 2, which was great, but I feel like if they had spaced it more, then I could have been, episode 1 got paid off in episode 2.
Okay.
Yeah. I feel like if we had another 10-episode season, they could be back to the pace that I'm used to, because everything just happens fast now in terms of the way they travel and how they get to places.
Yeah, and
it used to take a whole season to go from one place to, man.
Well, I think that
How
also
they know? I'm sorry.
I think it also had to do, part of it is that there's an urgency that they did not have in the past, where that they had to make stops in order to get this thing. In other words, it's almost like playing Final Fantasy, where like you can't get to the major boss until you do the side quest. So like you had to do these side quests before, but now you're at the end, you got all the potions, you got all your armor, and you're like last level.
Phoenix Downs. All right.
Yes.
Okay.
So let's start with episode 3. You guys.
The darkness.
I personally did not have a problem with it. I watched it with my family in the dark. We turned all the lights on. The only light on was the TV. And
like your new family?
Oh,
you watched it with them? That's cute.
well, so my brother-in-law and sister-in-law actually like Game of Thrones. And they had their baby.
Okay.
Katie gives no F's about it. Her dad was on his phone. Yeah, she tried to watch it, and then she started asking me questions. I got mad at her. She got mad at me.
Yeah, no
and
talking.
Yeah, I'm like,
can't
look,
talk Game of Thrones.
Like, this has been out 5 years. It's
been out 7 years.
No, I mean when she's trying.
Oh, when she started, yeah.
So she wasn't paying any attention. Her mom was. I almost slapped the phone out of her hand because she was watching something, and I'm like, I will leave you if you don't get your mama.
Over Game of Thrones?
You had just got married?
Yeah.
Like 2 weeks ago.
Son.
And you ready to go?
Game of Thrones breaking up homes. Oh, no.
I was ready to
It's
walk.
never that. I mean, it's serious, but it's never that.
I literally was doing the side eye, and then when I knew I was right when I saw everybody else doing it too.
I knew I was
Okay,
right.
all right, it's validated.
I was like, and then we all looking at each other
Well, I guess if there's
I was like, I understand
group.
like even the baby was like, hey, Game of Thrones is on.
Oh. I thought it was dark, but I tolerated the darkness.
Yeah, it was
and
fine.
I understood why everything was super dark anyway.
Yeah, they have streetlights.
I feel like they were putting you in the mood, right? You can't see the enemy coming.
Yeah.
And I get that, but if there were so many people telling you how to adjust your TV to watch it, that's not a great.
Now, hold on, time out though.
That doesn't happen for a lot of TVs where, hey,
Hold on.
you got to adjust the gamma
It
radiation.
was like vivid
Part of-
photo,
hold on,
sports,
hold on.
cinema.
Part of the problem is our TVs have the wrong compression rate when you get them. So you need to change the compression rate. Tom Cruise even did a PSA about it. Tom Cruise, what's the guy who did Inception?
First of all, I need you not to quote Tom Cruise to me like he is the expert.
He is the expert.
No.
Yes, he is.
We're not going to do that.
Tom Cruise and the
Maybe
last...
Christopher Nolan. I'll give you
Christopher
that.
Nolan, all of them got on.
I'm gonna say, what Tom Cruise got to do with anything?
Tom
right
Cruise
now?
did a PSA with his last director. Who's the guy who does the Mission Impossible movies?
Macquarie?
Yeah.
Something? Christopher Macquarie?
Yeah. So they had a PSA. It's long. It's funny, but it's long. Where they actually tell you how to change the compression rate for your TV as soon as you get it. So I did that as soon as I got my new TV. Thank
Great.
y'all for who donated.
Great.
That's the greatest thing that happened this year.
But what about episode 3?
Right, because that's the only time they've ever done this. They ain't done this for any other episode in any other series.
I'm standing with Game of Thrones on this one. Y'all
Okay.
need new TVs.
Okay.
I got my new TV in preparation to this.
Sure. Okay, so we see the Dothraki running towards the dark.
My biggest problem is the planning of that war.
That was whack.
Was it whack, or was it that their plan got disrupted?
No, it was whack. First of all, the Dothraki should have never led the charge. You should have had more stuff out there to basically break up that horde you knew was coming.
Yeah, the only thing they had was the trench.
The Dothraki should have been your cavalry as soon as they came up. So let's say this right here is the wall, or whatever that thing.
The trench?
Yeah, they smash up here, you light that on fire, the Dothraki just kind of pick them off, just, running around. You shoot dragon flames on them. Boom.
I'm glad you did that second noise, because the first time it sounded racist.
It did.
But the second one,
What
you
was
just
the racist
realized,
noise?
I won't
Nah,
do it.
we're not gonna do that.
I won't do it.
No, the
Don't. Nope.
Okay,
Stop.
we're done.
Nope. Anyway,
What?
so
I don't see what's the problem with
I
that.
know you don't. So the Dothraki, I feel like every time we've seen them fight,
They had bow and arrows.
well, not even that, but they're always head on.
Because
They don't necessarily.
they don't have, a lot of people don't know how to fight them because they're horse riders.
Right.
So,
What I'm saying is, I don't even know if they could adapt to a new strategy. I feel like all they know is to go.
Yeah.
head
no,
on.
they could have adapted.
I feel like they go charge.
If you don't want to get eaten, you adapt.
I don't feel like they know how.
And I will say, and Dany screwed up the whole
She
plan.
did.
Because when she saw the Dothraki getting eaten,
She was like, "Oh Lord,
yeah, like
let me go ahead
then
and
John
shoot
I feel like
cards."
that's how the plan fell apart.
But
Yeah.
the thing is, you should have never
Dany's
put them in that
hot-headed.
situation.
She's
You should have
hot-headed.
never put. John was like, "Yo, you need to chill." And then what happened was, Jorah died because Dany can't stay on her dragon.
First of all, let's talk about how Dany she got through this whole fight and wasn't dirty at all. Let's talk about that for
That's
one.
destiny, man.
Man, she said, "What is this sword? What am I
That's
supposed
what-
to do with this?"
That was like- that's
You never
Warlike.
picked up a
She
sword,
was
huh?
just like,
That's what.
That's more like. She was out there with that
this
Scotch guard.
Olivia Pope coat on.
I thought she was about to fix some stuff. She was scandalous.
Yeah, I was.
Kinda mess.
Yeah.
I was more upset by the battle plan than anything because I was like, y'all know how they fight. I felt like John should have prepared them better. That whole charging thing, I felt like you should let them come to you. You already know they coming.
Yeah, they
Set up
should have
the-
never.
like,
They should have never ran towards them.
We know you can make fortifications. You should have just been lighting stuff on fire in the yard. It's just like,
Shout out to the Red Witch for doing what Dany couldn't, cause
That was bad. She like lit the swords on
Yeah.
fire.
I ain't
and she
gonna
looked
lie.
up and was like,
She gave him hope.
she did.
and then she withered
She
away
gave
at
him.
the
She
end.
gave him false
She
hope.
gave him hope. They ran out there. Oh, you saw them like you saw.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were all
Couple
going.
of horses
And my
come
man
back.
Ghost made it though, because I was concerned. I was like, how you gonna put him in the front? I guess they wanted.
man, when
I guess
Ghost-
John put him next to Jorah because he knew how much,
Nah, he
Dany,
knew-
you
No,
know.
remember Ghost was that dude. Battle of Castle Black. Y'all forget Ghost was that dude.
That's what I'm saying. Why you put him? I don't know. I wasn't ready to see him
I mean, I think
run into the abyss and probably never come back. But then we saw him again.
I think the world has accepted that John is not a great pet owner.
First of all,
I mean, people have said, yeah, he ain't
He is-
pet that dog. He ain't showed that dog no love.
he is a horrible pet owner.
Yes, I mean, it's
Have you
it is what
seen
it
the
is.
meme? So you go on Twitter and people are like, "Hey, I got to get rid of this dog because I got married." So somebody goes puts Ghost on Twitter and said, "Need to rehome pet. Does not get along with my aunt and her pet lizards." I fell out.
Wow.
Like they
Wow.
like.
Yeah.
Shout out to Twitter.
Yeah,
Because
Twitter.
you and hashtag them thrones.
Yeah, hashtag them thrones.
No mercy.
Twitter never disappoints.
Never disappoints.
But I had a question about what John was really trying to do when when he was faced with, I guess this was Viserion, right? The dragon.
Yeah, Viserion.
So
He's about to fight that whole last dragon?
yeah, Viserion's
this?
face is coming off and like shooting out fire and
You mean
whatever.
when Jon- I
and
mean,
John's
I
just
feel
like, "Ugh," like, what are
At
you really
this
about
point,
to do, bruh?
he had nothing else.
Yeah.
I thought he was gonna try to mount Viserion.
No.
I feel like that was a last ditch
What do you
effort.
mean when
of-
John had that sword like this? He was like,
He didn't have a sword. That's what
He
the thing.
did.
He didn't have a sword.
He had
in
a
his
sword.
hand.
He had a sword.
He had a sword.
I don't know. I
He
don't
had
know.
the sword with the wolf head at the end of it. He always carries that with him. He had
Right.
that.
Yeah.
All I
Because
know
Valerian
is
steel.
I don't understand what he was
John
gonna try to do. with
John
that.
thought that was his last stand. You know,
Yeah.
John. Let's be honest. John just does stuff and don't think about the
He
consequences.
doesn't.
He just
He
does.
doesn't.
He thinks what's gonna work right
John,
then and there.
like his, now that we know non-biological father, is too nice.
Way
No,
too nice.
hold on. I will say John is nicer.
You think nicer?
Nicer. You know why?
Why?
Because Ned Stark kept a secret for 18 years and ain't told nobody.
Yeah, he kept a secret.
And John found out in a day and told 8 people. So Ned, shout out to Ned Stark. Because
You
Ned
said
Stark,
John, so who you saying is nicer, John or Ned?
John is nicer.
John.
You think
John-
he's nicer?
I think
I feel like
because-
Ned's nicer.
No, I think Ned understood. One, Ned understood what it meant to be the Ward in the North. He understood. He underestimated certain people, and I think he, given the opportunity, he wouldn't make that mistake again. John continuously makes the same mistakes. We saw that in the last. We saw this in the last 4 episodes. He still thinks he is not playing the Game of Thrones. The only 2 people who are playing the game is Cersei and Daenerys.
You don't think Sansa is?
Sansa is now playing it, but she wasn't playing in the beginning, and she told the Hound that when he said, "You should have came with me," and she was like,
I would not have become."
I would not have become." She's now playing, but she's playing it differently. But Cersei and Daenerys are the only 2 people playing this game.
So I feel like we're moving into episode 4.
Okay, first of
But
all,
what
before
about
we
episode
get
3?
there,
Before we get there, but that's why I said John.
Hold on.
He just keeps going and just doing dumb stuff. Like, why are you fighting this dragon out there in the sky? Let that dragon come to you. It's 2-on-1. Why are y'all chasing him?
They're not smart.
They
At
are
all.
not.
At
I mean, I think we know that.
Tormund even said it. He was like, "Man, you just die and come back."
I mean, the best Stark strategist was Robb,
yeah.
and he died.
He wasn't that bright either because he
Right.
should have never married that girl.
He wasn't, but I mean, in terms of like military strategy, he was probably the best.
Rob,
So,
R.I.P., bruh.
yeah.
And your mama got you killed.
How did y'all feel about the giant walking in? As soon as the giant
Ooh,
walked in,
1-1?
yeah, and
Lady Mormont?
Lady Mormont, I was like, she about to go out killing
I
a
did-
dragon.
Oh,
That was cool.
I really
Not the
enjoyed
dragon,
that.
the giant.
The giant.
That
Excuse
was
me.
cool. She's like,
Well,
Yeah.
you know,
That was
did you
cool.
watch the end of the episode? You ever watch the end of the? So you know, Lady Mormont was only supposed to be in 1 episode.
yeah.
She was never supposed to make it, but she became a fan favorite of the
Yeah.
show, and then the fans liked her, so they were like, "We're going to give her the ultimate death," because I thought he was going to eat that poor little girl.
No, I knew she was taking him out.
Oh, I thought-
said, oh.
I didn't.
I did. I saw in her face. I was like, oh, she gonna kill this giant.
I was
And
like-
she did. I was like,
I was like, man, I do not need to see this little girl get eaten in
recharge.
half.
And then did it again when Arya did her thing. Which shout out to I need to, cause I practiced this a couple times.
Practice it how?
I was in the mirror like this and
then-
trying to.
I bet that's exactly what happened every time.
Every time.
The switch. I was
Yeah.
using my toothbrush and just like.
You need a new toothbrush, don't you?
That thing probably fell in.
You know how many times you dropped the toothbrush?
So that was cool. It was a cool moment. I'm a nitpick and say,
What?
how did none of his people know
I
she was
have no
naked?
clue.
Son, that's the best meme. Okay. Hey, somebody said.
It's one of those,
hey,
like-
somebody said LeBron.
Yeah, that's it.
They said J.R. Smith is the White Kings generals.
Yeah.
Hey, shout out.
All we
hey,
saw was like a wind blowing one of the Night
one he
King's,
turned
lace fronts,
and he was like,
then
what's that? But no, the funniest thing is somebody said, how did Night King go blow a 3-1 lead?
I mean, he had everything set up.
Son, he had everything when Jon Snow thought. Remember, he got off the dragon, thinking, "Oh, I'm gonna take him out." And I'm like, "Ain't all them people dead?"
Yeah.
And then Night King said, "You know what he did? He did the Michael Jackson. He did that."
Yes. Yeah, essentially.
I bet you remember. I bet you.
And everybody was just like, hey, what's going on?
Yeah. John just out there.
These newly dead people, so they're not too bruised and messed up.
Yeah,
right?
I mean, they're fine. They're fighting
I'm
along.
just you know what? Shout out to all the Arya Starks out there who do most of the work in a group project, because there's a lot of Bran Starks out there who just do
Take the credit.
nothing.
Be like, yeah, I'll be the bait.
This is the thing.
I don't know what he did because he
was
morphed or whatever.
He was working out, but I don't know what.
But what was that? I mean, like, what were those crows doing?
He was doing what the Bran Starks, when you doing a group project, does. Nothing. He didn't warn nobody. He didn't send no. You know what he did? He literally was back there when you driving. You got that family trip, and somebody should be giving your dad directions, and you just turn around and you like, I thought you was giving that. Just out. He was no help. And then he set Theon to get killed.
Yo.
No, like he was like, hey, you a good man.
Theon knew.
I mean, Theo knew it was over.
Theon knew it was over.
He said, hey, you a good man. Theon said, damn.
So speaking of deaths, I've heard from people who said that they did not like episode 3 because they thought more important characters should have died.
I think a lot of them.
I thought a lot of important. You had Jorah, you had Theon, you had Lady Mar. Like, I just feel like there were some important characters. Now, Brienne and Jaime, it looked like they died about twice. Sam died about 3 times.
Brienne and Jaime
Because they were struggling.
Brienne and Jaime looked like Kylo Ren and Rey in The Last Jedi
With the Praetorian Guard?
Son, they was just out there.
She was just wailing. I was like, if you could take off some of this,
Jaime
armor, you'd be.
Jaime out there with one hand, just
So, were you guys happy that Arya was the one who delivered the final blow?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. But you know what? It was a payoff from back. I mean,
Because that move was the same one she did against, was it Brienne? No, not against Brienne. It was against somebody. I can't remember what it was.
Brienne.
But it was the same move.
When she basically, if you go back and watch, when she trained, Arya Stark is that girl. Like,
She's been training for this like her whole life.
Yeah, pretty much.
Are you guys kind of underwhelmed that the Night King is done in one episode?
I needed more. I feel like I needed more from him. There's so many unanswered questions that I'm probably sure, I don't know if they're in the book or not, for those
I
purists
just
out
feel
there.
like we've been talking about the Night Watch.
I thought he was going to do a
or
little
not
bit
the Night's
more.
Watch.
The Night King.
Night King, sorry.
And the White Walkers.
And the White Walkers for
Seasons.
7 seasons
since,
plus.
Since the first episode.
Since the first episode, for 7 seasons plus.
I will say this.
It seems I wanted more. But you know what? I say that I don't know what I wanted, but something.
I will say this. I was happy with the way it ended because it was literally the end of the world for men.
And women.
I'll give you
He
that
doesn't care.
one.
He's proven it. Go ahead, keep going.
I believe that is a slander, sir.
I mean, you already said you were about to leave your wife, so.
Over Game of Thrones.
First of all, I've been watching Game of Thrones longer than I knew Katie, so.
Not okay.
But really? I'm just saying.
Okay.
We've been together 5. Game of Thrones been on how long?
Continue, sir.
But love you, Katie. I would say the real villain in this entire show is Cersei. So the Night King is a diversion. Mm-hmm. He's a big diversion. He could end the world, but he is not the real villain. The real villain, who has been the puppet master outside of Littlefinger, has been Cersei from day one. And people keep giving shame. People keep underestimating her and
I'm
making.
thinking about underestimating her anymore.
Yeah, they do. Yeah, they do. Because that's why.
Still? You think so?
Let me tell you why.
Okay.
Because they keep believing she's going to be better than what she is. And she has proven she is a monster.
Now, who are you saying? Because the only people I feel like that are Tyrion, because for some reason
He
he's
keeps
crazy.
thinking
And Jaime. I feel like there's only 2 people. Nobody else. I don't think anybody else believes that.
Let me tell you why. Because if they didn't underestimate her, they would discount those 2 voices. They would have already shouted them down. And they keep allowing Tyrion to think he's clever, and look where it ends. Look where they end up, and they keep thinking that she won't do whatever it takes to win, and she has proven no matter what, she is the ultimate survivor. Hats off to I can't remember his name. Lena Headey.
Headley.
Mm-hmm.
She is one of the best actresses, hands down, because if I saw her walk in here right now, I'm running. I'm just telling y'all right now.
She
She that one.
brings fear to those
She
who, are in the room with her.
And this is the thing. She knew, regardless of what was going to happen, she was not going to help them. That's what I'm saying. Like, she was not going to help them.
Y'all think she really pregnant?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I feel like it's kind of.
I think she is.
I mean, we know it's definitely not neurons, but it's just like.
Neurons, but
That's what I'm saying. Like, so in episode 3, we saw a culmination of Danny and John's plan. This is what they both wanted.
Episode 4, Danny said, "You better not tell nobody none of this mess that you told me."
So now we've moved on from episode 3.
It don't matter.
Episode 4.
I'm gonna be the queen.
But this is again why I said John is nicer than Ned, because Ned didn't even tell his wife. Ned told.
Lady Stark would not. She would.
Nope, because we already know Caitlyn can't keep her mouth closed.
Yeah. Nah.
John Stark told no one.
yeah.
He told
John Stark. Ned.
Ned Stark. Sorry.
Yeah.
Ned Stark told no one. And that's how he was able to keep that secret forever. Jon Snow finds out in 2 days. Everybody knows.
Yeah.
In the next episode, Cersei go know.
Yeah, she might. She might.
Would that do anything to it?
You know,
She
yeah,
would she care?
you know why?
I mean, that just
it
kill
would.
him.
You know why? Because then she could say she is not the legitimate heir.
Yep.
And
So
then what she
don't-
could say is
don't
Sean
do that.
is. Because that's all propaganda. That's why she brought all them people in there.
Yeah,
Cersei,
they could be killed.
And this is another problem. Why you ain't send spies when they had that gate open? Why you ain't know they had crossbows like that?
Oh my gosh! I mean, you just
what's
sitting
the
here
eunuch's
floating
name?
around. Varys?
Which one?
Tell me,
Varys or
Varys.
Grey Worm?
Varys.
Varys.
Okay.
Good point. Yeah, Varys. He always said he
The
has little
spiders.
birds
Yeah.
everywhere.
No, he's called them
Yeah.
spiders.
Whatever he calls them. He has spies everywhere. I feel like he kind of dropped the ball.
They all dropped the ball.
knowing
That's what I'm saying.
was
Like,
happening.
this is the problem that I said I've always had with this show. Everybody else is trying to be nice. When you're in this, that's why my hat is off to Jamie. When they had Jamie in that room and Jamie said, "I don't care what y'all think. I did what I had to do because I was at war, and I do it again." That's what you have to be. And hey, that's what good will have you.
All right.
Good luck.
So
Different video, sir.
different video
Hey,
indeed.
had that girl out there in a house coat.
She did come out. I was like, what? I said, wait a
Like,
minute.
hey, don't leave me.
Sir Brienne, why you
Son.
out here in this?
Son, she was out there in a house coat talking about you don't have to go.
Because she woke up like, where is he? Why
That
is
was
he
like the
not in the
opposite
bed?
of Gendry and Arya.
This
Yeah.
literally turned into a Tyler Perry
Which I knew
show.
Arya was going to say that.
This turned into a Tyler Perry show in like 2.3 seconds. She was out there in the
Jamie
house coat.
said, I would do anything for Cersei.
And Jamie was like,
in
you
the
knew
heat.
what it was.
You knew what it was when you met me.
Hey, I bet you wish you was with Tormund now.
Because
He still here.
Yeah, he stayed with you. So is Jamie done? Is his arc over?
No.
No. I mean, I know he'll still be in the show, but what I mean.
No, I mean,
do you
he's going to kill Cersei.
you think so?
I think he will. I think he'll get fed up, finally slip up and say, hey, you know what?
I feel like this show
He
does
won't
a
make
good
it.
job of when
I
they
hope
kill
so.
people. Either people die that you don't expect, and then when you get the people that do die that you want them to die,
They don't die the way that gives
Right.
you a set. Because like Joffrey did not die the way we wanted it.
I didn't want him to be poisoned. I want somebody to
You
kill him.
wanted him to be stabbed.
That's
You
what I wanted, yeah.
You wanted Robert Baratheon not to die the way he died.
I guess the only one was
Littlefinger.
no, who's the guy for Battle of the Bastards?
Ramsay died.
That was pretty satisfying.
I
though.
was
But that's one.
That.
I mean, he could have been tortured a little bit longer.
But I feel like Sansa
A
was
hound eating your face off and whatnot.
Sansa was the one who helped implement the torture. So to me, that
he
was fine.
assaulted Sansa
Yeah,
on
we
several
know,
occasions
we know.
and tortured Theon to the point where he thought he was a dog.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't get to die for you need to be tortured over time.
I feel like Sansa
He
got what
gone
she
now.
needed.
Yeah, he
But-
gone.
So to me, that was satisfying. But yeah, for the most part, deaths don't happen the way you want them.
Because that's how life works.
Yeah.
And Game of Thrones gives you a slice of life because the people you think. Did you ever watch Dave Chappelle's last 2 stand-ups?
Yeah.
When he said, some people get it, and some people never get what's coming to them. That's just life.
Yeah.
Cersei may end up winning this all. I'm preparing y'all for this.
I'm gonna be so mad.
I'm just letting y'all know, do not be upset. Well, you're going to be upset, but be prepared for Jon to die, Danny to die, Tyrion to get stabbed with a crossbow, Ghost made.
Bronn. Bronn's the best.
That's what I'm saying. You don't think you go get a satisfying.
Yeah, Bronn came in and like, look,
No,
this is what I gotta do.
he's not gonna shoot us. Boom.
So y'all gonna give me
Because you know why? Because Bronn was mad because he's like, because of you two,
I'm in this mess.
I'm in this mess.
Yeah.
I wanted to just live with the hoes in the castle, and you took like the dude walked in on him, and then they took his castle.
Yeah.
That's all he wanted. Every time Bronn sits down to just rest, take his shoes off, drink a little bit,
He got something he got to do.
something he got to do.
Right.
And it's always because of Tyrion and Jaime.
Yeah.
I'd kill him.
So that's why I don't feel like Jaime won't be the one to kill Cersei, because that's what we expect. So I feel like it'll be somebody else if she dies, but that I don't know.
The only satisfying death we really got that you were like, okay, was really Arya killing the Night King. Like, that was really the only one that you got that was like, oh yeah, like.
Yeah, I did jump up.
That's what's like every other death has been not
again.
Like, I noticed you had your hand.
It was closer.
It was a lot closer. I saw it when you did
I saw that right. She noticed she had the hand right here.
Shut up. I mean, great.
You got your jewelry that fell off?
Yeah,
I did. It's on
It
mine.
was over here. It was like it went all the way over here. Like Miss Sandry. Like, you did not like
Missandei from North.
Oh man. But you
Grey Worm couldn't even look.
You knew what was gonna happen. You knew it was gonna happen. When they were holding hands through all these episodes.
Yeah, it was like,
when the white people were calling the police on them when they came into the north.
They did.
Talking about, hey,
She was like, all I want to do is go back to North and see the beaches again.
Yeah.
he was like, I'm gonna go with you. You knew one of them would not go make it.
So let's talk about, I mean, we can jump all over this episode. Miss Sandy says Dracarys.
Yeah.
Which
I was so ready. I was watching. I was like, say Dracarys. But I thought it was gonna be loud enough for
the dragon or
the
something.
dragon to hear and go ahead and start.
So
start
she
the mess.
grew up a peasant girl.
Mm-hmm. Slave.
She grew up a slave.
Indentured
Yeah.
servant.
No, definitely no. Yeah, right. She was definitely
Prisoners with jobs.
She was not a peasant girl. She was a slave. I'm sorry. She grew up in that life.
Yeah.
She grew up knowing nothing. And she made it to a certain extent. She knows the people that were kind of the cannon fodder that are in King's Landing now. So is she okay with telling Daenerys go ahead and kill these people?
Yep.
Man,
Let me tell you why.
that seems harsh.
It's not harsh because, again, you were thinking of it with your soft minds. This is the Game of Thrones. I mean, think about it. They were giving babies to the White Walkers. This ain't your regular world.
What happened? I had a question about what happened to them. Did they grow up or are they still baby? I mean, obviously they're gone now because the Night King is gone.
They might have been eating them. We don't know. That's what y'all keep
But why
thinking.
turn them?
But that's my point. Y'all keep thinking, oh, that's scorched earth. That's what you got to do. And Cersei's like, y'all are not ready for this game that I am playing. I'm playing for keeps. I blew up a church.
She did.
I blew up a
And what was her son's name? I forgot that boy's name.
Cersei said, I played. You know who Cersei is? Cersei is Kobe. Cersei don't give nothing.
She's the Black Mamba?
She is the Black Mamba. Cersei is the Black
Scissor
Mamba.
strikes.
Cersei literally said, I'm not here to make friends.
Friends, what
That's what Kobe said.
I'm at the mountain.
Kobe is like, what did Kobe tell them dudes? I'm not here to be y'all friend. I don't care if y'all hate me. I'm going down as the champion.
Does Grey Worm take out the mountain?
No, the Hound got to take him out.
That's the battle of the Cleganes.
I feel like
Nope.
Grey Worm like, you gonna cut my lady head off?
Grey Worm got bigger problems.
And Mountain, he just,
Hey,
And
but
they came back.
I think that's the biggest thing. Game of Thrones does better than anybody else. They keep the villain a villain. You may see little chinks in her armor, but Tyrion went up there, and that's why I said they are not playing the same game as Cersei.
You're not a monster.
Because he said,
I know it.
Cersei said,
what you gotta say.
She said, you got any last words?
Dracarys.
Yeah.
There's nobody more gangster than that.
Yeah.
The only person who's as gangster as Cersei is Thanos, because he threw Gamora off a cliff.
But that hurt him.
Did it?
It hurt him,
definitely hurt
but
him.
watch this. He still did it.
He did. I feel like
that one tear.
Cersei might be worse.
So, she is, but that's my point.
He's like, the only people you care for are your kids and your child. And I'm sure Euron had to be like, how did you know about
know about
I
my
just
baby.
found out about this
Euron
today.
don't care. Euron don't. He's just in it to have
So
fun.
do you think he knows it's not his child,
He don't
and like
care.
he's just like, you know what, I'm gonna ride this out because she don't want to.
He's done told you, I'm in it to have fun. He doesn't expect to live long, and as long as he's basically just he's just that dude that's just drinking and having fun, and I'm gonna ride this out to wherever I can go.
Do we know where the Golden Company came from?
Yeah, they're the bank.
Okay.
Yeah. They're the people who own. Remember when they
They got all the money.
Remember, was it season 5 or 4 when the Golden Bank came and showed up and they was like,
You got some money.
yeah, and then,
I can't remember what
And
season
remember,
it was.
she took over Dorn. Well, not Dorn. What was the older lady with the hat?
Oh, the
House
veil.
Martell?
Yeah,
The
and,
veil?
and they
Or
took
House Martell?
House Martell, and she was like, "Who you want me to make this check out to?"
Yeah, yeah.
But that's why I said like. They
Tell Cersei it was me.
Yep. That's what I said. I
did it.
You brought up a good point. Varys falling down on the job. How you not know they lining up giant crossbows? And
That hurt, man. That hurt.
How you not
They just
know?
flying all of a sudden, pop, pop,
This is
in
the
the
thing.
neck.
They-
in the neck.
First, he got hit in the belly. We're
In
like,
the belly.
okay, he can make it. Oh
Then
no,
it was
wait.
like,
Ne-
this,
oh no!
neck. It was
Track him
just
down. Track him down.
He got taken out. Yeah. And this is the thing. Shout out to Sansa. Because Sansa told you not to take your behind down there. She straight up
We're
told
not
you.
ready.
She told you
We're
not
tired.
to go.
Yeah.
She told you not to go, but Danny,
How
I'm
could
gonna
you
go.
not? This is your queen that you're talking
Is she blinded by what she thinks is her perceived destiny?
to. Yeah.
Because she is this whole.
Out here making stupid moves.
But also, I don't think it's
I can never
blind.
think of the eunuch's name.
Varys.
Varys.
Varys. I keep wanting to say Vicaris. Is that a person?
No.
See,
You just
there we go.
combined Varys and Dracarys.
Dracarys.
There we go. See, yeah,
Fire
Varys
eunuch.
and Tyrion when they had their little meeting. I don't remember which one said it, but they said she is going down this destiny.
Varys.
Was it Varys? She thinks she is destined to lead these people, and he was saying something to the effect of, "That's always the worst leaders who think they're destined to lead." And Tyrion's like, maybe she really is.
He said maybe she really is, and Varys then told him, "You know where my allegiances lie."
To the realm.
And this
What is the realm?
and this, and this is the problem with Tyrion, who thinks because he believes that she is a good person. Absolute power corrupts absolutely. And the problem that she's been having is she believes mine, the precious.
Yeah.
And she's right there.
Yeah.
She's right there. And then guess who shows up? Oh, I'm gonna bend the knee. I don't know. I'm really supposed to be the king, but I love you.
don't want it.
I don't want it. And she's like, dude,
Yeah.
really? And she asked him. She begged him. Don't tell
She
me.
don't beg for nothing.
Nothing. She has
doesn't.
never begged. When she was getting.
Ooh, she gonna kill John.
Oh, I hope she killed John now.
Ooh, she gonna kill John.
She was
Like,
right.
dude, what
She
did
went,
you do?
she went into his room. She was like, you know what? Let me butter him up a little bit.
She's
Let's
told
see
him,
what we gonna
don't do it. And John said, they my family. And even Bran knew not to tell.
Bran was
'Cause
like, it's your choice.
Bran said, it's your choice. Even Bran was like, bruh, I done seen how this goes down.
Don't do
Don't
it.
do it.
And again, Bran is the crappiest team project person. Because Bran
He could have said to everybody, he's like, nah.
could have said, hey, he could have said
Don't
nothing.
do it. Don't do
And
it.
this is the thing. She knows. In this one, she was like, your brother and your best friend. She knew he really is king material when she saw him at the party.
Oh, and everybody was just loving him.
With Starbucks cup?
Tormund.
With the Starbucks cup. Yeah.
Everybody, when they was like, you just keep going. He's like, you roll
Even
the
when you
dragon."
die, you come back.
Yeah.
And she was, remember, she got,
Yeah, she walked out. She walked out
Because she
quick.
thought she scored a victory by making Gendry the Lord. She's like, yeah, lad, but it wasn't enough.
didn't matter.
Get you and Arya like, I'm a lord now. Will you be my lady? I knew Arya was like,
Dude,
I'm not no lady.
serious?
Never
I'm
have
not a
been.
lady.
Never will be, boo.
It
Somebody
was
else will
good, but
enjoy it.
we straight.
she rolled out. She was like, you know what this is.
Yeah.
She pulled a Jamie. She was like, you know what this
Yeah,
was.
pretty much. Yeah.
But no, I mean, that's why I said, to me, I'm not disappointed. To me, they finally got back to what they were. The backstabbing, the lying, the cheating. all of like when you're mad that somebody does something that you normally would see in regular life, you would have a secret. Hey, don't tell nobody. Okay. Hey, guess what? Michael told me at work today.
Yeah. And as soon as Sansa knew, she's like, I'm gonna tell Tyrion.
And the thing, she knew telling Tyrion. Tyrion can't hold water because she saw Tyrion breaking. Tyrion go tell Varys. Varys go tell 30,000 people.
8 people know. Everybody know now.
Everybody know.
And that's why I said it's finally got back to the original plot twist. People stabbing each other. It is back to being the Game of Thrones because you've got 3 people who could sit on that throne.
Who?
Jon, Daenerys, and Cersei. Those are the 3 people who could sit.
I know that, but I thought there would be. I thought you would think there'd be one more.
Nope. Who else? Sansa don't want it. She want to stay in the north.
But you know good and well if she got a taste of it.
She got a taste of it now.
I think Sansa is like, she knows what her position is. She's good with.
She's playing her part.
You think so?
Yeah.
She's like that. She's like that person who's like, I don't need to be in LA and New York to be the best. I can be, I don't know, in Oakland and play for the Warriors.
Yeah.
And have 3 championships.
Yeah.
I mean, but she knows where her place is. Now, don't be shocked if she ends up the queen of all of this.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
but what I'm
I
saying
feel like
is
she set herself. Like
but she doesn't want
got a
it.
good setup.
She doesn't want it. Well, you know who she wants?
She wants Jon.
She wants Jon.
Yeah.
And that's her goal.
Yeah.
That's the person you need to be on the lookout for because that's the person who is manipulating, who's learned from everybody, from Tyrion, from Cersei, from Joffrey, from Littlefinger, Ramsay. She has learned from everybody, and Dany knows it. Dany said, "That's not the same girl you grew up with. That girl does not like me because she sees me as a threat, and I am not one of you." And Sansa's like, "Yeah."
She's one of us.
And so I'm happy. I'm like excited. I'm like, yeah, these all battles are great. Give me the intrigue. Give me like that moment between Varys and Tyrion. Oh, gave me life.
But Varys, I'm serious. Like, I don't know. He says he's loyal to the realm, and that's it. But he has to have some kind of allegiance, right?
He has
the realm.
He has allegiance to put the best person who deserves to be on the throne.
And how can they determine that if
because he sees exactly what Dany's about to do.
We don't know how batteries work, so
that's why we're in different clothes.
Yeah.
Hold on.
And you see some changes to the set.
Y'all just started?
Yep.
Like just started what? The whole thing?
We're not doing the whole thing over again. We're finishing where we left off because we had some really good thoughts.
I mean,
about
we said everything we needed to say. We just need to wrap up.
Oh.
Yeah. So we're good. We actually it managed to work out that we recorded most of it.
Hey, you're welcome.
Yeah. You had some good insightful stuff.
Yeah.
You turned me around on stuff. I was kind of like whatever on Game of Thrones right now. I'm back on board. Not that I was off board. I was kind of like not feeling it.
I went back and watched I watched the last 2 episodes again, and that's why I'm kind of back because I'm like it reminded me of like
Game of Thrones.
Yeah. When you were like, ooh, everybody's horrible.
Yeah. Okay.
Ooh,
So I mean,
except for Miss Sandry.
R.I.P. Now,
I gotta pour some out for her tonight.
Do we think? So what are we expecting? Did we talk about what we were expecting for episode 5?
That's the battle. The Battle of King's Landing.
you think that's the battle?
I don't know if that's the
Because
battle
episode
yet.
6 is what, just epilogue probably, just putting people in place. I can see that.
Hold on.
We can do that in 10 minutes at the end of the episode.
Hold on. Wait.
I feel like they wanted.
What's episode 5?
What do you mean? What is episode?
Which one is episode 5?
The one coming up.
Okay,
next week,
so
this
she
weekend.
was on Emilia Clarke. Is that her
Emilia
name?
Clarke.
Emilia Clarke was on Jimmy Fallon and said, if you watch any episode this season, season 5 is the one.
Episode 5.
Episode 5 is the episode where it gets crazy.
Okay.
Because he was asking her, because she was doing something about, she met Beyonce, and she said she fangirled out, and then she was like, Jay-Z laughed at her, because she met Beyonce.
Keep that, because we got to go. Okay. This is just a quick little wrap up.
Bye, guys.
Like, comment, subscribe here. You can find us on YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook.
You go fangirl
WSX.com.
Beyonce?
Yes. Well, no, I already said I was going to be cool, and just give her a nod of respect.
No, you're not.
Yes, I will, because I know she ain't got time.
No, you're not.
She